Good morning, children. Today our topic is the Peninsular Plateau. Already we discussed about mountains and plains, and third one is plateau region. The Peninsular Plateau is the tableland formed due to the breaking and drifting to the Gondwana land. Gondwana land, as I discussed already, it's a very olden part of the world. There were two giant land masses, Angara land and Gondwana land. So some continents are the part of Gondwana land. The plateau consists of two broad divisions, namely the Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateau. The eastward extension of the Peninsular Plateau are locally known as Bundelkhand Plateau. See toward the eastern part near the West Bengal, known as Bundelkhand Plateau. The eastern border of UP and very near to West Bengal. Another plateau is Chota Nagpur Plateau, marks the further eastward extension drained by the Damodar River. Damodar River is a very important river of Peninsular Plateau and it flows towards the east and falling into Bay of Bengal. Because of Damodar River, irrigation facilities are developed, but not on the large scale because it is famous for its floods also. So flood water is diverted into different canals. You can see the Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau is demarcated by northern plains from the north and the desert region from the western part. And both the western and eastern Ghats are also demarcating it towards the south. So Deccan Plateau is triangular mass, lies to the south of the Narmada river. It's rocky and very tough and contains very tough terrain. Small grasslands are also developed on this plateau. Western Ghats are also famous of Deccan Plateau. From the western side, very near to the western coast, Western Ghats are higher than the Eastern Ghats. Western Ghats further used for different activities. Transportation is also well developed. You can see here in the picture. And the local trade is promoted very well because road transport is connecting the interior parts of the plateau. So Deccan Plateau is bounded by Western Ghat and Eastern Ghat, very near to Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea. Eastern Ghat are lower in height, they have gentle slope, and Western Ghats are higher in height. Beautiful valleys are also famous of the Eastern Ghat. Eastern Ghats again further used for different activities because its height is lower. It has gentle slopes. So cultivation is also developed there. Many rivers are draining the Eastern Ghat as well as they discharge their water into Bay of Bengal but after crossing the Eastern Ghat. So fertile soil cover as well as rich water resource is also found on Eastern Ghat. Eastern Ghat receive good amount of rainfall. Here you can see the location of different plateaus, means Central Highland further divided into different plateaus according to the heights, according to the elevation. And the famous plateaus you can see Malwa Plateau, Bundelkhand Plateau, Chota Nagpur Plateau, Deccan Plateau, Karnataka Plateau and others. So Peninsular Plateau further also has as a different types of plateaus. Those are very famous in the entire world. Forests are also very famous of the Deccan Plateau, and Malwa Plateau is not has very dense forest cover because it is an interior part, so rainfall is lower there. A distinct feature of the Peninsular Plateau is the black soil area known as Deccan Trap. It is covering Maharashtra and Gujarat and some other interior parts of the Deccan Plateau. Many characteristics we can say it is famous for its characteristics also. Central highland, as it is the southern part, it is covering the southern part of our country. So it is also covered by Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea, not far from the sea. So many important rivers drain the plateau, and they are Narmada Tapi flow towards the east from east to west and fall into Arabian Sea. Godavari, Mahanadi, Krishna, Kaveri, Mahi and Sabarmati are the east flowing rivers. So they are well known rivers in our country and used for irrigation and supplying water. Mountains are also famous of Peninsular Plateau like Aravalis, Vindhya, Satpura, Western Ghat and Eastern Ghat. And Aimuri is the highest peak of the Deccan Plateau. See the location of different ranges. From the west, if you see Aravali, then Vindhya and Satpura at the mid part or in the Madhya Pradesh, Western Ghat very near to western coast, Eastern Ghat very near to eastern coast. But Eastern Ghat is little bit away from the coast. Mahadev range is also famous. So Deccan Plateau is very much famous for different types of ranges. Here you can see the location, light brown color shown here. As already I discussed, dark brown color is picked up to show mountains and light brown is adopted to show plateau area, because plateaus are lower than mountains and plains are lower than plateau. So that's why the southern part is covered of our country. Some places of the Deccan Plateau experience as a semi-arid climate, while other places have warm climate. Means interior parts of the plateau experiences as a semi-arid climate. Means rainfall is lower and temperature little bit higher. But places those are near to the coast, near to the sea, they experience as a warm climate. Here you can see the location Gondwana land and Angara land. Laurasia is also known, or Angara land. As you know, in the million years ago, there was no separation of the earth, and only there were two giant land masses, Angara land and Gondwana land. Angara land was covering the northern part of the world, and Gondwana land was covering southern part of the world. So now you can see the Gondwana land broken out into number of pieces, and these pieces further were known as continents. You can see different continents: South America, Africa, Antarctica, Australia and India you can see, and Saudi Arabia also. Saudi Arabia and India are not the continents, but they were the part of Gondwana land. So Peninsular Plateau, it is a tableland made up of the old crystalline igneous and metamorphic rocks. That's why it has very tough terrain. Tableland means round shape it is at the upper part. Tops are not conical. The plateau has broad and shallow valleys and rounded hills. They are famous rounded hills and also has many important natural resources. Natural resources like the deep valleys are found there and rocky hills. Chota Nagpur Plateau is very famous. You can see the location here, Chota Nagpur Plateau. Dark purple color is shaded. And Chota Nagpur Plateau contains different types of the minerals. Those are very important at present. So different types of the round shape hills are found there. Chota Nagpur Plateau is also very much famous for minerals as well as other important rivers also drain the plateau. It is known as a storehouse of minerals. Types of minerals are found on Chota Nagpur Plateau. Further, they are carried into many industries. So, a large sector, secondary sector or industrial sector depends on Chota Nagpur Plateau. As you know, the minerals are very important for a particular country as they give strength to our economy. So these are the characteristics of Peninsular Plateau. That's all. Thank you.